The look on her face, because it was loud.
Like,
and she was just like...
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
What's up? Welcome to our podcast, episode number 11, Get Naked.
11. I know.
It's exciting.
It's like we are popular or something.
Are we, though?
I don't know. Who are we?
So I'm Dominique Thomason.
Oh.
And this is my strong hand,
Erin
Erin
Plott.
Plott.
Oh, we did that all backwards today. I like
know,
that.
it felt weird.
I know.
Usually I just sit here and
But
I wait to show my strong
I know.
hands.
You're like, strong hands.
What do I do with my hands?
Yeah.
Superstar.
Anyway, so episode 11.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Who knew?
Who knew we'd get
Yeah.
here? I'm pretty excited.
Scared our
about
guests
it.
away
I know.
already.
They're just like, no. I mean, we're like,
No.
excuse me, would you like to be a guest on Get Naked? They're like, no.
I have listened.
No, thanks.
You guys are real
no.
crude.
Y'all are really like, oh God, like, what do we do? But it's
fun.
fine. It's fine. We have fun with
Yeah,
it. You
I
know?
think so.
So how have you been?
Good.
Doing good? Yeah.
You know, working away.
hard? Yeah.
It's great.
I'm back at work finally.
Yeah,
You know,
finally.
that's nice. I'm just waiting on my hands to crap out on me all of a sudden because I'm just like, all right, I'm back in and doing all the things and seeing all. And then I go home and I'm like, they don't work anymore.
I have a wound from cooking up bacon.
No, that's terrible.
You know, like you see those videos, everyone's like, oh, I'm afraid to open like the biscuit. Bacon is for me. Like,
you're afraid to open the bacon?
no, like
cooking
like
it.
cooking it.
Well, don't cook
pops.
it naked because that's not good.
Absolutely not.
That's not
Clearly,
good.
look at my hands. I got a 3rd-degree burn. I think I do it naked.
Harold and Kumar would be damaged.
Damaged.
Like, seriously damaged.
Like, yo, look at this.
Right? No. Come into work. Look at what the bacon attacked me. Yeah,
It's like I have a little.
That's why they say bacon's bad for you. It's not because it's unhealthy. It's because it literally attacks you while you're
Burns you.
cooking it.
I have like a little cover and I use it as like a shield.
Yeah.
Like Captain America trying to put.
You're just supposed to put it over the thing.
I
and then it
know,
works.
but when you lift it up to flip it, I use it as a shield. So I can be like. Listen.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Don't
Cool.
judge me. In
I'm
my
not.
bacon
I want to see this in action. I want to see it happen.
Should have come over last night.
Well, call me next time you cook bacon. Oh, I mean, golly. We do it on the flat top, so it's outside, and you can
Smart.
stand far away and
Yeah.
cook like
See, I
3
don't have
pounds
a-
of it
I
at
don't-
one time.
I don't have a flat top, so.
Oh.
Well, my birthday is next Wednesday, so
That's true.
Happy birthday
That's
to
true.
me, Erin.
Happy birthday to you. I don't know. We use it for everything. Like,
Yeah.
we literally cook. I mean, we cook on it so much. Like, I keep telling Eric I want a gas stove and range and everything.
Yeah.
And he's like, why? We
You've
cook
got
outside.
everything.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, because it's pretty and I want it in the house for when I boil water for noodles. Like, what?
And then you need to get one of those things like behind the stove. The
Yeah,
water thing.
the pot filler
I'm
thing.
like, who did
They're
this?
so fancy.
They're so fancy.
So fancy. They're starting to do kitchens now without them though, because it breaks up the aesthetic line or whatever. I don't know. I had a house call yesterday and it was on the lake and everything, and it's crazy because I feel like I say the same thing every time I walk into one of the houses because I'm like, oh my God, this is so gorgeous. And it always is. And it, like, I have a nice house. I love my house, I really do. It's my own little oasis and it's great. But I walk into these houses and I'm like, damn, I'm doing it wrong. Like, what do y'all do for a living?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is crazy, And it's just this like panoramic, and they've got me set up, off in the sitting room off the master bedroom that overlooks the pool and the lake and all the things. And I'm like taking pictures. Like, this is my office today,
The sitting room is the size of your house, and you're
right,
just like, this is great.
I'm like, this is great. Or the master bathroom. So a lot of people, whenever we go to do like couples massages and stuff in their home, they'll put us in their master bathroom for some reason.
It's like, this is where I have space.
I mean, it's just like, it boggles my mind that somebody is like, this is my favorite room of the house. And you can fit 2 massage tables and 4 people in it. And it's like, oh no, they don't do it in there. They have their own little poop closets. Sometimes his and hers. And I'm like, this is how the other half lives. It's like, this is what it is. It's his and her poop closets.
Yeah.
Like,
see, I feel like doing out calls, it's one of 2 ends. It's like the really, really nice houses.
Right.
Or like the houses where you're like, where would you where would you like me to set up? Like,
we're gonna have to be in separate rooms for this couples massage because you can't put two next to each other, or the ones that are like, we're gonna need you to move 3 sofas and my kids in order to fit.
And it's like, I hate this.
That's why I was really excited when we opened this office, and like we have a massage room that's big enough for a couples session, and it's great. We had one today actually, and that was interesting. Couples massages are always pretty interesting. Yeah. Anyway, not necessarily because of the couple. I mean, it can be because you get, I mean, we get everything from like moms and daughters to like best friends to, you know, couples and everything in between. And it's always just funny because you never know, like, are they going to talk a lot? Are they not? Right. Is somebody going to fall asleep? Or, you know, is somebody going to fart and everybody's going to laugh or whatever? Like, it's just, it's weird, you know? And then you've got your other therapist. And I've done couples massages, obviously, with all 3 of you. I think you've worked with all 3 of us in the office, too. Yeah. And, like, you look and you're like, who am I doing it with? You know, because it's always like, okay, right, you know. And so Dom and I had one together, and it's always fun because, like, we just make faces at each other the whole time. Yeah. Like, and we're trying not to laugh out loud because the couple we had today, bless them, they were silent. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure.
Could hear a pin drop.
Like, he fell asleep because I was working on him, and he every now and again, and I was like, all right, he's out. He's asleep. That's cool. And so we're just like making faces at each other, and I'm like over there trying really hard, like I'm dying on the inside, and I'm like, come on, keep it together. Keep your shit together. And this one, I don't know, like, were you choking on spit because of a face, or because like literally it was like you almost died?
Like, I went to take a breath and the spit was just like, oh, today's the day, bitch. And I was just like, ugh. And so you try not to disturb everybody else in the room. Right, so like I'm like, which made it 10 times worse.
So much worse.
So I'm like trying to cough like into my shirt to try to muffle it a little bit. Right. And that did not help. It just made it so much worse. So I'm trying to hold it in, my eyes watering. I
looked over at her, and seriously, like, one whole side of her face is like wet. And I'm just like, you okay? What are you all right? And she's just like, ugh. And I'm like, oh my God.
But it always makes me think, because, like, you know, you're trying to hold it in, and I'm like, I can hear myself. Right. And I feel like it's loud, but I wonder if it's loud for everybody.
I didn't notice that part of it. Like, I heard you coughing, and at one point, I didn't even realize you had coughed, because, you know, sometimes you're zoned out, and you hear a noise, and you don't really realize what the noise is, so you kind of look around. And I didn't realize you coughed. All I saw was you doing like this, and I was like, oh, wait. You know, and like right in the middle of the massage, I was like, oh, God, what? Is it me? Thankfully, my client was face down and had no idea that happened. But
well, my client may have been able to see you because they weren't quite face down.
She had her head like all the way. Like, I was just looking at her at one point. I'm working on him, and I'm like,
it's kind of weird.
What?
Like, she was just like direct.
But it wasn't even turned completely to the side. Like, half her face was smooshed into the side of the face cradle, and I was just like,
if you're comfortable, I'm gonna let you do you. I'm gonna judge you silently.
Like, how is, like, can she breathe? Is she okay? Like, is everything? Is there a safe word?
Yeah.
Did we come up with a safe word? Yeah. Like, probably should have. Dominique and I have to have safe words when she works on me. Because she's
oregano.
Mean. She's mean. Oregano. Orangutan. I'll be screaming at everything but oregano. Damn it!
It's like, more? Okay.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, that's the more word, not the safe word. I'm like, oh no, you evil, evil person. You're so mean, you know.
Well, you know.
But it's also like, people do really weird stuff when they're not alone, I guess.
They try to be funny.
Yeah, like they'll try to, and their partner is always just like, what's wrong with you?
Like, shut up.
Like, would you stop?
You're embarrassing me.
But like the ones today, like they started out face down, so they're on their stomachs, and both of them were like this.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, are they cold?
Yeah.
Like,
extra blankets.
And I even said, because I mean, we use heated blankets, so I was like, are you comfortable? And he's like, mm-hmm. And I'm like, do you feel safe, sir? Like,
blink twice.
Like, he was face down. I wouldn't have seen that.
arm movement, do something.
But you always get to see all my like weird stretches that I do in the middle of sessions too, because like I'll work on people and I'm like,
you're not the weirdest stretcher out of this group. Though.
I'm not. Oh
no.
What does the name start with?
It's Lindsay.
Oh, okay.
Lindsay's the weird stretcher. Sometimes like I get in there with her and I'm just like, okay, so you take their leg off the table. I was like, I got straight view to roast beef curtain right now. Like, come on.
Oh no.
So I'm just like,
that's just and you're like, no, Satan, not today. Not today.
And it's never the ones you want to see either.
Right. No, it's always the very like disturbing. You're just like, I'm never gonna get rid of that image for the rest of the life.
It's like, God, come on, Lindsay,
oh God,
put that thing away.
But I wasn't talking about stretch on the client. I was talking about me. Oh, like the way that I like actually stretch out while I'm working on people. Like my hip popped today, and the look on her face because it was loud.
Like, God.
And she was just like.
Like shook the room a little bit.
But it was I was like kind of lunging while I was working on their leg and my hip just went clunk.
Yeah. Mine does that too.
I love it. It feels so good. Like it sounds terrible.
Yeah.
But it feels so good. It's just like, oh
yeah.
So nice.
I think my favorite's when you adjust yourself somehow, whether it's hands, knuckles, and they're like, oh wow, that felt so good. And it was like, that was me.
Totally me.
That wasn't you.
I always tell people because if you're working on like their back or their neck and it pops, I'm like, and that adjustment was free of charge.
That's right. We don't charge extra for that.
We don't charge extra for that. You're welcome. You're welcome. You know, that was a spontaneous adjustment. I'm not a chiropractor. Don't tell your friends. It's fine.
But I've got some great ones if you need.
I do. I know a few really good ones.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. But yeah, it was, I snap, crackle, pop all the time, like throughout when I'm working and everything. And sometimes I have to tell people because they'll be like, and I'm like, that was me. That wasn't you. Calm down. It's okay. Like
you're never going to be able to walk again.
Right?
Just kidding. That was me.
That was me, you know.
Oh gosh.
But that's, you know.
People are wild.
They're special. They really are. They're special.
My favorite's just like when they are like, oh, like my hamstring. And I'm like,
that's it.
Sure, call it whatever you want to call it.
Just point.
Yeah, just this muscle here.
This one. I'll tell you what
I'll tell you what it is. I think too, like you get people who ask like, oh, what do you think about when you're massaging? And I'm like, literally anything but what I'm doing. Right. That's like literally about anything.
So it was me and Christine had a couple of girls in there and they were best friends and they'd come in from a couple towns over and they came out of their session and one looks at me and she goes, that was so different from anything I've ever had. And I was like, oh shit. You know, and I was like, is that good? You know, and she's like, it was amazing. She's like, it was so intentional. And you could tell. And she's like, so you must be really concentrating. And I was like, oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I was planning what I was going to eat for dinner that night. Like right then. I was going through a grocery list, like in my head, like, oh, I'm going to need that. Do I even have this?
Yeah.
I need to text Eric and
find
find out if I
have
have
this.
Publix
on my way home.
Right. Like I'm literally like, or I'm like, I wonder what Addison's doing right now.
Yeah.
Or, you know, like today, because she's at home, you know, and I'm like, I wonder if my house is on fire.
That's right.
Like, you know,
that's right.
Just like, but you'll like, I'll look over at Dom and she's just kind of like, look, she's working, but she's just kind of like looking. And I know that there are plenty of times where I'm standing there and I've got my elbow in somebody's butt and I'm just like,
yep. Thinking about what you got going on.
you know,
100%.
Math.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like, okay, today's Wednesday, so
like,
tomorrow I've got this going on.
Solving quadratic equations because it helps me focus.
I love math.
No, I don't. There's a reason I'm a masseur.
Well, even then.
I know, right? I can't. Wait, what? Because people do that to us all the time. They're, oh, well, you know, what is, if I do this, how much is that going to cost? And I'm like,
calculator,
hold on. Oh, wait, I've got one. you know, like, and my teacher said I'd never be able to carry a calculator around all day.
In the pocket. All day, every day.
Lies.
Yeah.
You know. I like to run into my old math teachers when I'm back home in Savannah. Like, every now and again, you run into somebody and you're like, oh, hey, remember when you told me that I would use that? Not one time. Never. Never had to solve a matrix while I was giving a massage. It's just not something that's had to happen. Thanks.
Not yet.
Not yet. Just wait. Red pill, blue pill. Neither. Thanks.
I'm good. Thank you so much.
I'd rather not take your drugs.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Though I'm pretty sure that there are plenty of people who come in here like just high as a kite.
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
90% of the time you could smell them. You're just kind of like, so this is going to be easy because you're going to zone out. And I'm just going to be like, woohoo! That's the best.
It's like, know? What else you got?
I know. It's like, so sharesies? Like,
yeah.
You know, not nice. Show up like that. That's why I like keep snacks.
So those are your Oreos out there.
No, those are not my Oreos. Oh my God. So there's a sleeve of Oreos sitting on the front desk, like on the lower part where like clients can't see it. And it's just been sitting there. It's unopened. Just a sleeve of Oreos just been sitting there. And I'm like.
So Erin leaves and someone's like, how can we piss her off when she comes back?
Right.
Let's just put this.
Let's just leave food right here. For no reason.
Like, I saw it and I was like.
And it's been sitting there. Like, I've been back since, May 10th?
Yeah.
It's been sitting.
See, I would just chuck it.
And yet you have not.
I have not. I'm trying to give someone.
So you would. You just haven't yet.
Well, I'm going to throw it away. And then it's going to be like, Lindsay's going to be like, where'd those Oreos go?
I'm really hungry. I'm like breastfeeding and all. It's like, oh my God, my bad. Now your baby won't get diabetes. I don't think that's how that works, but it's okay.
Your baby will not get cookies and milk.
Oh, that's terrible. I didn't even think about that. Oh, man. Kids don't have rotten teeth. I don't know.
Well, not if the Oreos are still out
not
there.
If they're still out there. Probably. I don't know. I feel like if they're like not open and they're in the thing, that they'll go stale eventually.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, you know what? We talked about. Rewind. The Christmas tree cakes, and those are like my favorite things. And so I had a guy who was able to get me a box.
You had a Christmas tree cake dealer.
Mm-hmm. He will remain anonymous so that he can remain my
guy.
Cake.
All right.
So
was it Scott?
Scott. So it was like 20 boxes in the box. So 5 cakes in each box. It was a shit ton of.
Which, I'm sorry, that is a ripoff that there are only 5 of them in a box. I'm sorry.
But you can't.
Little Debbie, do better.
Yeah, and you can't do the big ones because the big ones are not proportioned correctly. There's too much cream to cake. It's disgusting.
It's gross.
So it has to be the regular size.
Right.
And I have this issue where I like to keep things in the pantry, and I literally just threw 5 boxes of Christmas tree cakes away because they were hard.
Scott's like, no, they were like stale, like hard.
Because
like,
I was like, I'm going to open it.
Scott's like, I'll dunk them in milk and throw them in the microwave, soften them right up. It's fine.
Air fryer, baby.
Oh my gosh. That sounds.
They had an expiration of, December.
Like 2 years ago?
No, but
2020.
I was just like, I'm not going to risk it. But
it's just sugar and cake. It's not going to, there's no egg in it.
Yeah.
I don't think.
But I did a good clean
it's
out
all
of
like hydrogen. It's all like dehydrated oils and stuff. Like you're fine. Yeah. It's fine.
But I was like, I'll do better so my friends don't make fun of me anymore.
Well, that's good. See, I have the problem where like I have to have like a full pantry. I don't know where this mentality that I'm going to be like stuck in my house in a like nuclear winter came from. But I literally like ever since I was like little, and I grew up in the deep South. Like we've never had like snow.
Right.
Not like snow. We've had snow, but not like snow where it's like you're stuck in your house for like days on end.
Yeah.
Nothing ever like that. I have no idea where this came from. I grew up with one sibling. Like it wasn't like I had to fight for food in my house or anything. But I cannot like run out of stuff in the pantry. Yeah. It freaks me out. Like I'm like I have to have a certain like amount of canned good and variety of canned goods and things like that because I'm like, what if I get stuck in my house and I can't get out and I have to live in here and eat stuff? I don't know why. I'm a very weird person.
Yeah.
If you also are weird like that, hit that like button and share with your friends.
Amanda gives me so much shit because we did a girls' night and I was like, oh, I got Velveeta in the pantry. I'll just bring it. You don't have to worry about buying it.
Right.
I didn't even look at the expiration date. I just grabbed it because in my head I was like, it hasn't been in there. It hasn't been in there that long.
First off, it's Velveeta. It's fake anyway.
It was bad. Like the expiration was like 2018, I think. So it was bad. Yeah. So she opens it and it's black.
Oh God!
And I
didn't know it would change color.
I did not either. Oh, wow. So now you all know.
Oh, but I was today years old when I found that out.
Amanda like leans in. She was like,
Velveeta can go bad.
She's like, when did you get that Velveeta? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, I think I just bought it. And she was like, no, you didn't.
No.
And I was like, why? And she like opened it, and I was like, God darn! I was like, I'm so sorry, everybody. We will not be having
for the primordial sludge that I brought.
So now they give me shit because they're like, what else is in your pantry?
Obviously. No, I actually have, so my friend Jamie, she and I used to room together right after I got divorced. I was like, I need space to live in. And she's like, I've got a room. So she was, privy to my pantry situation. And her favorite thing in the world to do is to go through my pantry and see what all is expired. Because there are certain things like that I'm just like, it's fine. Like she'll pull out something stupid like a thing of sprinkles for like ice cream or something or cupcakes. And she'll be like, this is from 2018. I'm like, they're fucking sprinkles. For God's sakes. It's not like they're, rotted. Calm down. It's fine.
Right.
Or she'll bring out like, a oregano, like spices, they're dried spices. Yeah. There is nothing wrong with that. Right. They might not be as potent as they were before.
Yeah.
But they're fine. Yeah. Like I'm not going to give anybody salmonella from like dried garlic. It's fine.
Or maybe,
or like my powdered Jello, like my pudding mix. She's like, this is from 2020. And I'm like, and I was hungry then too. So but there's certain things that I don't believe that they're gonna, really hurt you or whatever. It's fine. Now, if it's milk and it's solid, then obviously just get rid of that.
Delicious.
But, no.
Cottage cheese, right?
Oh God, stop. So Eric loves cottage cheese. That is one of his like go-to snacks. Like he's not a yogurt guy. He's not he'll eat pudding. He likes pudding because it's sweet. I mean, who doesn't like pudding? But he like cottage cheese. And I'm just like, why?
Like, does he like tapioca pudding? It's a texture.
I don't bring that crap in my house, so I have no idea.
It's a texture thing for me. That's why I don't like cottage cheese because it's chunky. And I'm like, I feel like this should be smooth.
Smooth, right. And that's the thing. It's like, I'm the same way with mashed potatoes. Like, I'm fine if I know there are going to be lumps in the mashed potato. Like, just give me a heads up. You know, if it looks whipped and smooth, I'm going to freak out if there's some random,
crunchy,
like, crunch or lump or something in it. I'm going to be like, oh, what is that? And, like, try and spit it out. And then it's, potato skin or something, or a piece of bacon, like whatever it is. And I'm just like,
oh God.
So I've just made a fool of myself and horribly embarrassed myself in front of your whole family. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's good.
I'm very much like, I observe, like I have to inspect things before I eat it because
I don't want my stuff to touch either.
I mean, I don't care if my stuff touches, but
I do. I don't. Like, that's just, I don't like
you and Amanda.
I want one of those plates that, like, everything's, like, all separated out. Like, that's how,
you can get them on Amazon. Super
yeah,
cheap.
But you can't really put those on your nice dining table during Thanksgiving.
Sure
like, that's not how that works. However, Thanksgiving is the only exception to that because you can put gravy all over everything for Thanksgiving. Green bean casserole, your turkey, your mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, fuck it, why not? Gravy that shit up. Like, go for it.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. All of that stuff is allowed to touch because it's all just soft, congealed mess anyway.
That's it for Amanda's 31 Days of Amanda for her birthday. I bought her those plates as one of the gifts.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That really is
because she doesn't like things touching.
31 Days of Amanda for her birthday.
Yeah, so every day she opened a present.
All right. I now demand 28 days of Erin for my birthday this year. Like, that's...
But
guess what?
You're not turning 28? And that was why we
it was
did
for
30.
her 31st birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
And then
and also a total cop out for every year after that.
Oh yeah. Now I'm like, how do we top that this year?
Right.
I'm like, shit.
Male strippers? I don't know.
Hey.
With a ring toss game?
Hey. Now we're talking.
Who can get the ring?
It's like her whole family's there, and I'm like, come on,
come on out, boys. They all line up, 3 to a row. All right.
Her dad and her brother are just like, nah, I'm out of here for this.
We're going to step out of the room real quick.
But
Grandma's
like,
you know, yeah, totally. That would be so fun. Sorry, Amanda.
She loves it.
It's fine. It's fine. You know.
Shh, you didn't hear this.
It's a surprise.
It's going to be a surprise.
We're
man.
terrible people.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
Listen.
What the hell?
Just trying to do sound effects.
I was so confused. I was like, it's the fire alarm, run!
In my head, I was like, special guest! Like waiting for someone to walk through the door, and it's the guy that's making ring toss.
It's a little delayed.
I'm just expecting something to happen, and I'm just like, what was that? Like,
through the window.
Right. Through the window to the wall. Anyway.
We digress.
Well, that was just, okay.
A little fun intermission. See,
What's that guy?
We get off the rails real
Right?
quick.
Squirrel. It happens. It doesn't take much to distract us. No,
Yeah.
seriously, I was like, the dryer's on fire or something. Oh, that was something. Okay. Have you read on, okay, so I'm on a bunch of these like massage boards on the internet, on Facebook and stuff. And there's one group that I'm in, and they're constantly talking about their dryers catching on fire from the sheets because there's oil in their sheets. And I'm like,
Are you washing
do you
them?
wash them first?
Or you just
like
throw them in the dryer?
If you wash them, then the oil should wash out, and then you should have a problem. So I've been terrified for the last, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years that, like, my dryers are going to spontaneously combust because there's sheets in them.
Lint's back up. So that's why you have dryer vent cleaning services. Like
Dryer vent cleaning services. Like,
so it's
you
the
know.
lint that builds up, and then it takes a small spark to light it.
Right.
Or if it gets
Well,
really
no,
backed
these
up,
are legit. The sheets are catching on fire because when they wash them, they're not washing all the oil out, and the oil is flammable when it gets hot.
they put some
And it's
bond
like,
in
you know, and I'm just like, so I've been
Never.
terrified. Like, I will not, like, even my, like, at home, which I'm not washing oily sheets at home.
Right.
But, like, I won't.
But your shirt and stuff, like if you get oil on
I
it.
won't leave the dryer running when I leave or
Away.
when I go to bed. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just like, I can't do that. Like,
Yeah.
I can't. And Eric's like, what is wrong with you? And
I
I'm
don't
like,
want the house to catch on fire.
I'm trying not to kill the animals, honey. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine.
Dang.
He thinks I'm weird.
I mean,
He might be right,
That's a
but-
legitimate concern, though, because
feel like
I
it
mean,
is.
it happens so often, like dryers catching on fire because of lint. But
Right.
like,
But also because stupid people who don't know how to
Yeah.
wash oil out of their sheets.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that
It's like,
seems
Oh,
like,
yeah, it's massage sheets.
yeah. Yeah. Like I said, massage
he fact
boards.
checked us.
Wow. Did you just
He
like,
didn't believe you.
He did. He just fact checked me. Wow.
Yeah.
He's like, I know you've been doing this
It's
for like,
like,
17
this
years,
is
but
I
it's
don't
not
know.
20.
This
So let me
seems
look.
weird. Let me check this. Oh, you're right. It is. Wow. It's a phenomenon. No shit, Scott. Next time, maybe you won't doubt me.
Bah, 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 bah. Oh
So
my gosh.
obviously, Scott's become a more participating partner in this little venture. We're here for it.
Usually he
It's
just
fine.
giggles in the corner.
I know.
This
like,
time he's fact checking.
creepily like in the corner. Yeah, I know. Now he's fact checking. That's more annoying. Stop that. Like,
Eventually he's gonna be like, "That's not right, ladies."
actually, it's this, and I'm gonna take off my shoe and throw it at him. Like, just
I'll bring my
shut up.
That's right.
He'll bring his own mic.
He's gonna
It'll be
hack
fine.
into the system.
Oh my god. Next thing you know, like demon voice comes out. And
He thought the bah, bah, bah,
What did I say? I actually, so I got a text the other day, and okay, I don't know if you get
from
these.
a demon.
Maybe. I don't know. And kind of called him out on it, but or her, I don't know. It was so I get these like spam texts every now and again, and I think a lot of massage therapists do, where it's like, oh, I need to make an appointment for body massage for 14 people on such and such a date. I'll send them to you. Where do I send credit card payment?
Yeah.
And it's like a total scam. This was not that. This was like somebody messaged me like super random, and it was like, oh, hey, it's Allison, your mom or so-and-so's friend. Are we still good to meet up, Tuesday at 6? And I'm like,
What?
I'm not Allison.
Yeah.
So I just send them back, hey, I'm not Allison. Sorry, wrong number. And they immediately come back and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, but you sound nice. What are you up to? And I literally wrote back, not fucking today, Satan. And sent it, and then they pop back up and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm not Satan, I'm Allison, or whatever her name was. And I was just like, wow, that bot's not very quick.
Yeah.
Like that AI hasn't popped up on that one yet.
Figured that one out yet.
Not today,
Yeah.
Satan. No.
My phone's got a spam block.
Mine does too.
So it's been
but
really good.
apparently, if they have like a real number and it's not like a 1866 or whatever, and it was like a real, it was like a New York interchange. And so I was just like,
well, that was why, like, when Lindsay was like, oh, hey, someone called and they want to get 10 to 12 massages. I was like, yeah, okay.
And it's actually like legit.
Are they going to send a limo to come and pick us up too? And we have to pay the driver?
Right?
Like,
okay,
yeah.
Sure. We're all going to fly to Dubai afterwards. No, that's not.
I mean, the amount of those that I get on email.
Through email. Oh, yeah, all the
daily
time.
basis.
Yes,
It's like,
my Nigerian prince is waiting for me.
Mhm,
Like, you did, you bitches are going to be sorry when he's actually real. Like, oops. That's, every single time you kiss a frog, you get closer. No. Don't do that. Don't send your money to Nigerian princes. It's not a good idea.
Yeah.
Promise. Never done it.
Mm-mm. My mom's been scammed. She's old.
I know people who, like, somebody's just called them and been like, so I'm with the IRS. I need your social security number to check out this thing. And they give it to them. And I'm like, they aren't going to do that. Yeah. Like, they don't call you. They don't have your, they
don't need you to Western Union money. Like,
I didn't even know Western Union was still a thing.
I'm pretty sure.
I was.
Maybe.
It is.
I'm pretty
No,
sure.
it is.
Okay.
100% it is. But I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Like, I thought you could just do everything like over
Yeah.
the interwebs.
That was my oldest nephew. He'll be 23 this year, but he lived with me like when he was 20, 21. Mm-hmm. And he called me one day. He was at work. And like, he normally never calls. Usually I just see him when I got home.
Right.
And he was like, Dee Dee, I need to talk to you about something. I'm really nervous. And I was like, oh God. Like, what this little dumb kid
like,
do?
I don't want to have this conversation with you. Where's your dad?
So
this is what happens when you get to a certain age.
Exactly. So I was like, well, what happened? So he got a call, and it was like, I'm with the Texas Police Department, and we found
a warrant for you.
Yeah, we found a vehicle with blood in it and your DNA, and we need you
Wow,
to...
that is like intense.
Oh my God, he was terrified. And I was like, well, what did they want you to do? And he was like, well, they wanted my social security number. I was like, did you give it to them? And he was like, no. He's like, but he had a lot of my information. I was like, yeah, I mean, you can pretty much look
you
up.
can find out just about anything.
Yeah.
You know, your mom's maiden name
I was
is.
just like, oh my God. I was like, you didn't give him
like your
anything.
address.
And he was like, no. He was like, I was scared. I hung up.
Good for him.
And I was just like, okay. I was like, well, the police.
You get an ice cream.
The police probably aren't going to call you.
Right. They're
like,
going to show up.
I was like, but also, like, if they have your address, they just going to show up. Like,
right.
that's just it. So I was just like, oh my God.
That's
These
a
little
pretty
dumbass kids.
detailed. That's a pretty detailed little situation, though.
Because I was like, what?
My smart ass would be like, oh yeah, you got my DNA? Cool. Who's my daddy? Who's my daddy? Tell me. Is this Maury? Is this Maury? You gonna tell me who my daddy is?
Yeah.
Come on, Maury.
But I was just
Like I would, and then it would be the real police, and they'd actually show up and be like, no, really.
Just get the handcuffs for this crazy bitch.
And I'd be like, are they fuzzy? No.
Don't mind if I do.
Okay, officer. That's right.
When do we play the ring toss?
Right. When do we play ring toss? Jesus. And on that note,
That's right.
And there's episode 11. We'll just call it the ring toss
The ring
episode.
What's Watch
good.
out for the nightstick.
Oh God. And Scott from the corner.
That's right.
You know.
We like you, Scott.
Yeah, we do. You add such a je ne sais quoi.
Both of y'all are getting 6 shooters.
Oh God. I prefer a shotgun, thanks.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
All right.
I'm just gonna say, if you're gonna hit me with something, better knock me the fuck out. Just saying.
Perfect.
Yes. So next time on Get Naked, we're going to talk about what our audience prefers now.
Yeah.
But truly, thank you guys so much for following us and along with the crazy just stream of consciousness that's happening. Our job makes us
This is
nuts.
what we think about when we're
Right, this is what we
massaging.
think about when we're
Yeah.
massaging. Shotgun, bang! No, what's up with that thing? Anyway, yeah, shoop is in my name. What was it that I was talking about? Oh, this morning. So I was starting the music in my room, and I go off my phone to a Bluetooth speaker. And right when I hit like connect, I was like, oh shit, I hope it's not on like what I was listening to last night, because I had it Bluetooth to my speakers out by my pool last night. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh crap. And it wasn't. It was Piano Guys Radio, so we were safe. But it was
Yeah.
just like, oh no. Like,
Are they
my luck WAP would come on or
Right,
something,
right.
you know, and I'd just be like,
Oops.
sorry.
Don't judge me.
Don't judge me because, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. So,
I'm the same way.
but yeah.
Oops.
Whoopsie.
Enjoy it.
Have fun.
Enjoy that music while you can.
So you guys enjoy your music,
Yeah.
and hopefully you like us enough to subscribe and
Mhm.
share with all your friends who you know would find this absolutely, you know, disturbing, and they'd wonder what's wrong with you.
Yeah.
So most of our friends do wonder.
It's a lot.
It is,
It's
but
a
it's
lot.
fun. It's
Yeah.
fun. Our job is a lot. It makes us crazy. So you can follow us on Facebook
Mm-hmm.
and find us on YouTube. You can also listen to us if you don't, you know, want to see all of the crazy.
But you're missing out if you do.
But you can listen to us on
Spotify,
and
iTunes.
iTunes. I was about to say YouTunes. 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 You know. And then, of course, you can always check out our website at www.massagemechanicsSC.com if you are brave and you want to actually come in and have an appointment with one of us crazy ladies. You know, you won't regret it. Though
That's
we
right.
might talk about you on a podcast later.
Yeah.
We'll change all your identifiers. Nobody will know.
I mean, unless you want us to specifically
You know,
tell us. Yeah, tell you guys.
Right.
Yeah.
So like us, share us, comment.
Spooky.
Yeah.
Yes.
was
Follow
gonna-
this
yeah.
one on Instagram.
I was gonna say, if you want to, you know, kind of dive deeper into my life, it's dogs and working out. So surprise and work, like 3 things pretty much. So, but that's Instagram at ddpookie.
Yeah. And you can go the slightly more professional side of
But why?
You know, my world at Massage Mech, like Massage Mechanics. But my Instagram is woefully like underutilized at this point. I need to get a
Yeah.
lot better about like putting things on there.
Same.
But, you know, we are on Facebook. So,
Yeah.
you know, we're old, so you can find us there.
That's right.
People are like, do you do this and this and this? And I'm like, I don't even know what those are. Sorry. Like,
No.
it's just not my thing. But
I can TikTok all day long, flipping through, but making them, not
Nice.
absolutely not.
yeah, I don't know how to make them. But she goes down these rabbit holes and sends me stuff. And I'm just like, oh. And then I go down the rabbit hole after her, and it's not good. It is. It's fantastic.
I
But
get some good stuff, man.
yeah, she'll like, I'll send her a bunch of stuff, and she's like, oh, so who's in the rabbit hole now? And I'm like, guilty as charged.
It's like bidding, 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 and I'm like,
fine.
all right, Erin is not at work today.
Erin's by the pool drinking Moscow mules and sending me a bunch of shit on TikTok.
Send me more.
Yes, it's like, more please,
more,
you know.
more. But yeah, man, come hang out
Yeah,
with us.
check us out. Come hang out. Leave comments. We'll answer them. You know.
Maybe.
What are your weirdest, deepest, darkest questions?
Yeah, I'm really disappointed. No one said anything about putting hamsters up their butt.
I know. We didn't. Yeah, there weren't.
I'm not a single person.
Not a single person
I
was
feel like-
admitting to that, and I'm like, I think y'all are liars.
I think one of you.
I think somebody, you know, I don't think that the anesthesiologist who was on my table was lying about that. I don't think I'm that cute. Like, just the whole thing. So love you guys. Have a great week.
Bye.